Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and welcome to my cross-stitch channel, Steph.Xstitch. This is a Flosstube extra and I'm just going to be sharing some unboxing and review. So just a little bit about me first of all, in case you're new. I am a cross-stitcher and I stitch a mixture of different projects, so full coverage, smaller counted, and obviously I also do some stamped kits. So this is a review for stamped kits, so the cross-stitch kits. So the company is Stitch. So I will leave their link in my description, and I want to just say a big thank you because they kindly sent me some products to share and review on my channel. So thank you very much to Stitch, and all of the information that you need for these will be in the description. So first of all, I just want to say Stitch is a website that has a range of cross-stitch kits. So they have both counted and pre-printed, so stamped kits. Some are full coverage, some are just non-full coverage. They also have a custom one that you can do, so you can have a kit made from your photograph of any kind, and different sizes, different colour options and all that kind of thing. They sell diamond painting kits, and you can also have custom diamond painting kits, and they also sell a range of different tools and accessories for both crafts. So I have opened the bag just to make things a little bit easier. So there will be crinkling throughout the video, so you have your crinkle alert for this video. So first of all, I had a couple of extras thrown into the packet, and I was a bit confused what they were at first until I looked at their website. So these are like, they almost look like a bandage, and they have like little, like that one has little bears on it, and this one has I want to say it's like a little sheep. You can't really see too well, but and what they are is they are a fabric bandage. So I think the idea of it is that you can wrap it around your finger if you're in the middle of stitching quite a lot, which I find very useful because I often catch my, especially this one finger, I often catch my finger when I'm doing a lot of stitching, and sometimes the thimbles either are too big or too small and they just feel very clunky. So obviously having like a small piece of fabric like a plaster bandage probably would be quite useful. So that was a little freebie that they added for me. So yeah, so as I said, there's going to be 4 different kits. I think they are from different companies within Stitch. So if I don't have the information to hand now, I will obviously add everything into the descriptions. So I also tried to get a range of different counts, just because I thought that would be interesting. So the first one I'm going to share is a 9 count kit, which I've never actually seen or stitched a 9 count kit, so I was very interested to see how this one would turn out. So this one is called, I think it's called Lavender Girl. So that is, I will obviously take it out of the packaging in a second. So that's the image, and then obviously, like I said, this is the kit. So I will take it out to show. So you can see that a little bit closely. So yeah, so that is the image of what it will look like, and it is a 50 by 50 centimetre, and like I said, it's a 9 counts. So you get your little toolkit, so you get your little cutters, and a range of needles in there, and your needle threader. So we have, so they include a paper copy of the chart, which is obviously useful for a stamp kit in case you spill water or something like that on it, and that way you have a backup and you don't have to worry about not being able to make your pattern. So these are all of the colours. So obviously they come with they come on cards ready for you, so that is all of the colours already put onto there, which is useful. And the canvas itself, if I come back, that's the size, so obviously it is quite a big one. So it consists of 40 colours, and it's really clear stamping. So I'll just try and zoom in and see if it'll focus so you can see a bit of the sampling of it. So yeah, so that is that one. And as I said, that's a 9 count one. So yeah, that's going to be really fun because I've not tried a 9 count one before. I think that the idea is you do 4 strands on a full cross. Oh, and I've just noticed it's got extra needles that are already been put into the onto the canvas for you, so you've got even more needles, so plenty of needles, you're not going to lose any with this project. So yeah, so I'll just pop that to one side and then I'll pack it all away after the video. So the next one is like that one doesn't say what company it is, so obviously I will just list that one. So this next one is by a company called Spring, and what I found with this one straight away is I really like that it came in its own like popper wallet, which is what I use for a lot of my full coverages, these kind of wallets. So it actually comes ready-made, you know, for you in a so I'll just close it so you can have a look. So it's got some printing on it, so I thought that was really like a really nice touch that they added that. So you have your paper pattern, so that's what it looks like. So when that's done, so you have your paper pattern, and it's kind of like a shiny postery paper, and then obviously it has some backstitch, so it also lets you know what backstitch you need. So that is all of my threads for this one, and then that one has the needles attached to it there. And I'm just trying to remember if I got this, because this one had 2 different options. It had an 11 count and a 14 count, and I'll let you know in a second. I can't quite remember which one I went for. Right, I'm going to say that that's a 14 count. If it's wrong, I will put it up on the screen and just say that it's the 11, but I think looking at this, this is going to be the 14 because it does look a lot smaller. So this consists of 37 colours. So that's the whole thing when it's done. So it's not a super huge one. So this says that it is, if it's the 14 count, as I said, which I think it is, then it's 39 by 35 centimetres. So I will zoom in for you so you can see a little bit of the printing quality, which as you can see is really clear. And it's fully serged around the edges, so that's really nice, and it's not going to have any issues. And they're kind of, so far they're standard Ada, which has like stamping on it, so it's kind of a little bit starchy, but they're quite soft as well, if that makes sense. So not too bad. I'm just going to get some water. Okay, and then my next one is a 16 count one, which I thought would be interesting because again, I've not tried a 16 count one because I think most of my stamp kits tend to be an 11 count, and obviously, like I said, somewhere like Steph.Xstitch, they have some that are 18 count, 11 count, 9 count. There's lots of different types that you can you know, enjoy. There's different sizes. Some are really huge, and they have like over 150 colours and things like that, so they would, I'd imagine, especially on 11 count, they'd be, you know, like so big. But so anyway, so this one is by a company called Needle Kung Fu, and this is called Butterfly Fairy, and as I said, that's on a 16 count, So that's what that will look like. Right, I'll just do that without the packaging, so that's what that looks like when it's done. And then you have your paper chart, which is in a little bit of a booklet, so that's really nice. Yeah, so that's kind of like a little bit of a booklet for you, so it has quite a few pages. So this is a 200 by 200 stitch one, and then all of the floss. Oh, it's one big long. I know it's been stapled, so it's 2 floss cards and they've been stapled together. So you've got your needles on the front. So somehow try and show this. So basically 2 floss cards. But yeah, so lots and lots of different colours there, all sorted, ready for you. So yeah, I'm just going to see if it says what centimetre. So yeah, so it's a 16 count, so it's 39 by 39 centimetres, and then obviously the stitch count is 200 by 200. So this consists of, it looks like 55 colours by the look of it, and then obviously it does look like it has back stitch. So obviously that's the whole thing when it's done. Yeah, and the printing's really bright, really clear. So hopefully you can see that. So yeah, symbols are really nice and bright and you can see what they are. So that is that one. And then the last one that I'm going to share, I will write up the information on the screen because this isn't a lot of English on it. So this is a very chunky one, so I've got a feeling this is going to be bigger than I expected it to be. So that is what it looks like. A little bit bent in transit, I think. So that's what it will look like when it's done. And this one is there's 2 different sizes, so it's either a 55 by 70 centimetres or a 65 by 85 centimetres, and I will add the information on the screen once I've double checked which one I ordered. So we have a paper pattern which is double-sided, and it says on here that it's 187 by 258 stitches. As I said, this is a very chunky parcel, so I've got a feeling that there's, yeah, I think the yard is like really huge. So this has its own toolkit, so it has some pom-poms, some needles, threader, and it has the cutters. And this one is an 11 count, if I didn't already say that. So I have one thread that's already twirled and then I have a few different floss cards. So I have a smaller one which is double-sided, so that has all those different colours, and then I have the big double-sided one which has all of those colours, and then onto this, and this is huge. So as I said, this is an 11 count. So yeah, so it's an 11 count. Oh my. That is very big. So that is, tell you what, I'll do it this way, it'll probably be easier to see. So that is the size of it. Obviously it's that way around the pattern. You see? Oh yeah, there we go, just about. So that is the pattern. That's what it looks like, if that's showing anything. I can't see, so hopefully it is. And that consists of 55 colours as well. Obviously that's really clear and bright, so I can see exactly what it is that I'm going to be stitching, which is really good. So I can pick and choose the little bunnies, and pick and choose like which ones I'd like to stitch first. So that is that one, and considering that was actually a really good price, really low price, and that, you know, that's really good value because that's a really huge kit, so that is going to take such a long time. And yeah, and also another thing with stamped kits, if you're not familiar with them, they might also be useful for if you've got children who want to learn how to cross stitch. So they do have a lot of character designs on there. Even the 9 count have some really lovely designs, which again is, you know, that's even larger holes, so that would be easier for someone who's new to cross stitch. But yeah, so I would say based on all of those that the print quality is really good, the delivery was really fast, the customer service team over at Steph.Xstitch have been really nice and really active in getting my tracking information and all of that kind of thing to me. So I'd highly recommend that website, and I definitely think that I'm going to be ordering more from them in the future. Like I said, there are some really huge kits, and obviously based on how the 9 count one will come out, which I'm probably going to be starting during August because I'm very tempted to see how a 9 count one stitches up. But yeah, so some of those are really massive designs, and I really do think that I would consider purchasing some of those if the you know, the stamp, it all comes out really nice and clear, which I think it's going to based on how they all look. So yeah, so as I said, all of the information will be down below in the description box, and thank you very much for watching this. And like I said, if you are a cross stitcher, well, I mean, if you're not a cross stitcher, you probably won't be watching this video. So if you are a cross stitcher who enjoys you know, kits and potentially stamped kits and even things like diamond painting, then obviously head over to Steph.Xstitch and check out their shop. So again, thank you very much to them for offering me these purchases as part of a review on my channel. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to share today. So thank you very much for watching, and please like, comment and consider subscribing, as there will be more unboxing videos in the future. So happy stitching everyone, thank you for watching, bye!